Okay, let's talk about social media, but I want you to completely reframe how you think about it. For just a minute, forget the endless scrolling, forget the memes. We're about to pull back the curtain on its secret identity, because it just might be the most powerful research tool hiding in plain sight. So how do you unlock it? Well, let's start with a problem that I'm sure you know all too well.
Does this sound at all familiar? You pour weeks, maybe even months, into crafting the absolute perfect survey. You shell out a small fortune to get it in front of people, and then, by the time the results finally trickle in, the conversation has totally moved on. It's a super common frustration, right? But it doesn't have to be the only way.
The alternative really is a complete game changer. Think of traditional research like throwing a message in a bottle into the ocean. It's slow, it's expensive, and you have no idea who's going to find it or when. Social media, on the other hand, that's like instantly teleporting into a giant global town square. The conversation is already happening in real time, it's free to walk in, and you can talk to pretty much anyone. And this brings us to the first huge idea here, the power of listening. This is a massive shift in strategy. It's all about moving away from, actively interrogating your audience and instead just learning to passively observe them in their natural habitat.
Here's a way to picture it. Right this second, there's a massive global focus group happening online, and it never stops. It's 24/7. Your customers are there, your potential customers are there, even your competitors' customers are there, and they're all talking openly. Social media isn't just an invitation, it's your front row seat. You just have to know how to listen in a strategic way.
So how do you tune in without getting totally overwhelmed by all the noise? Well, a strategic approach means looking in three different directions. First, you look inward at your customers. Then you glance sideways at your competitors. And finally, you look outward at the market itself. Let's break down how each of those works.
First up, your customers. The main goal here is to learn to speak their language. Are they calling your product user-friendly, or are they saying it's intuitive? Are they complaining about lag or slow performance? When you use their exact words in your marketing, it's not some trick. It's proof that you're actually listening. And that builds trust instantly, because it shows you get what they really care about.
Next, you look sideways at your competitors. Social media is basically a two-way mirror into their entire operation. You can see their engagement tactics, their special offers, but here's the real goldmine. You get to read the raw, unfiltered complaints, praises, and feature requests their customers are leaving for everyone to see. That's invaluable intelligence, and it's totally free.
And finally, you look outward to track trends. Think of platforms like Twitter as the real-time pulse of your industry. By monitoring key hashtags and terms, you can spot a rising customer complaint before it blows up into a crisis. Or you can identify a new feature customers are begging for before your competition even has a clue. It's all about being proactive, not reactive.
So, this listening strategy is powerful, no doubt. But what makes it truly revolutionary is when you combine it with the second secret weapon of social media. It's unbelievable, mind-blowing scale and speed.
I mean, just look at this number. Over 90% of people who use the internet are on social media. Just let that sink in for a second. Forget about focus groups with 10 people in a room. We're talking about a potential focus group of billions. This is a sample size that traditional methods can only dream of.
And it's not just the size, it's the speed. A traditional survey might keep you waiting for weeks, even months for results. With social media, you can get a read on a new product launch or a marketing campaign in a matter of hours, sometimes even minutes. This lets you analyze what's happening and adapt on the fly.
But you might be thinking, does all that speed come at the cost of quality? Actually, it's the total opposite. People are often way more honest in a casual social media comment than in some formal survey. You get their candid, unfiltered opinions, not just the answers they think you want to hear. The data isn't just faster. A lot of the time, it's more real.
Which brings us to our third and maybe the most important advantage of all, the power of conversation. This is all about the quality of the insights you can get when you stop interrogating people and you just start interacting.
You see, here's the fundamental weakness of old-school research. It's totally limited by your ability to ask the right questions. But what if you don't even know what the right questions are? Then you've got a massive blind spot, and you could be missing the most important discovery of all.
This is where social listening just flips the whole script. It's a shift from being an interrogator with a clipboard to just being a curious observer in a crowd. You stop trying to force the conversation down some narrow path, and instead you let your customers show you the way, revealing what truly matters to them.
And this is where the magic really happens. When you engage as an equal, not as a researcher in a lab coat, you get these incredible aha moments. You discover that brilliant product idea, that hidden frustration, that game-changing insight that would never show up on a multiple-choice survey. You find the answers to questions you didn't even know you were supposed to ask.
And we can't forget about the cost. The difference is just staggering. While focus groups and big surveys can run you thousands of dollars, effective social media research is mostly just an investment of your time. This makes powerful market research accessible to literally everyone, not just huge corporations with massive budgets.
So let's bring all this together. When you use social media for research, you're getting so much more than just data. You're actually building a powerful new strategic edge for your entire business.
The best way to think of this is as the ultimate business multi-tool. A single act of asking a thoughtful question doesn't just get you research data. That same question is also building your brand's authority. That same interaction is building your network. And that same conversation can easily turn into a warm lead. It's the most efficient way to work, turning one single effort into 4 different wins.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought. Right now, at this very moment, your customers are online. They're talking about their needs, their frustrations, and what they want. That conversation is happening, with or without you. The only question is, are you listening?